Good day. I'm Alka Khungar from Johnson Controls. I manage the emergency preparedness and response portfolio that includes three main categories. 1. Gunshot detection, 2. Mass notification systems, and 3. Emerging technologies. Welcome to our virtual booth. Today I'm really excited to showcase to you this portfolio's robust and cutting-edge technologies that apply to every vertical that you can think of. We live in a world where active shooting has now become a threat to the civilian population. We live in a world today where emergency and non-emergency notifications are becoming a part of our day-to-day routine. We live in a world where a mother has to worry about her children going to school and may not coming back if there's been a deadly shooting. A spouse worrying about the mass shooting of his loved one at their workplace. Or a dad worrying about the security of his family just because they went to watch a movie in a theater where an active shooting incident may have occurred. We live in this unfortunate world today where everyone needs protection and a sense of security. And that's where Johnson Controls can help you. First, let's follow my motto. Don't be scared, be prepared. Secondly, let's start by taking a look at our portfolio with the gunshot detection. According to Security InfoWatch, this year there have already been more than 300 shootings, and we still have 4 months left for this year to end. Mass shootings create chaos in a matter of seconds, and without a plan or a clear direction by security professionals, they can get even more out of hand. According to an article published by the Campus Safety magazine, while we focus on one crisis of the pandemic, another crisis is looming right around us. During COVID-19, gun sales revenues have increased significantly, and we know what happens when guns go in the wrong hands. Some see the rise in mass shootings as a delayed result of the Great Recession and fear that emerging from this pandemic will mean a re-emergence in these threats.
This fearful ecosystem makes gunshot detection services a very compelling and growing need in the civilian world today. That's not good news. But the power behind Johnson Controls' mission with gunshot detection is to detect a shot and transmit the notification to the site admin and police as soon as possible.
At Johnson Controls, we have partnered with 2 leading gunshot providers in the country, and we have successfully installed gunshot detection at schools, airports, municipalities, and we are also focusing on corporate campuses, healthcare, and houses of worship. Looking at mass notification systems, let's talk about your communication method. I'm going to share with you my top 3 secret considerations when I think of an effective notification system. These are the 3 things that I say are what counts. So number 1 is technology. Technology counts. All these different communication outlets can be triggered at the same time. But making sure that the correct message gets to the right people can present a whole separate challenge. So during a crisis, having a robust mass notification system that allows for 2-way notifications, which allows end users to reply with details about their location, about their statuses, are they okay, do they need help, are they injured, it becomes pretty important. If implemented correctly, the platform allows impacted people to receive updates and instructions from authorities who can better plan their response efforts and reduce the impact of a critical situation. When dealing with a large amount of responses, AI can analyze the information to identify the common terms during an event and work to track the location of the victims after a threat. The second thing is every second counts, so timing is quite important. Authorities say that the first 60 seconds are the most crucial when taking protective actions during a crisis, and they will determine the aftermath of the event. It is of utmost importance to pay attention to how an emergency communication system is delivering notifications and to what extent are they being received. A successful emergency mass notification system should always be assertive and time sensitive. 3 is communication channels counts. Companies rely on email to constantly communicate with employees, but 71% of them say that they check their work email only between 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. Studies show that the time they spend checking their inbox continues to decline through the years. For these reasons, email is not an ideal platform to communicate with employees during an emergency, and yet 88% of companies prefer this method. So every commercial entity has unique requirements regarding mass notifications during emergencies and non-emergencies. But when establishing an emergency preparedness plan, crisis communication is more achievable with a mass notification system that will send alerts through all channels and to various groups of people simultaneously and on time. As you think of gunshot detection and mass notification and how to add these products to your security assets, budgets and costs do become a factor. So it's good to note that FEMA has instituted a preparedness funding segment. This preparedness grant gives support to our citizens and first responders, which ensures that we are working together as a nation to build, sustain, and improve our capability to prepare for, protect against, respond to, recover from, and mitigate terrorism and other high-consequence disasters and emergencies. As part of the COVID-19 CARES Act updates, funding has also been added in several verticals that covers the purchase of technology for business continuation plan during an emergency and also towards emergency preparedness and response. Thank you so much for your time and interest. I am Alka Khungar from Johnson Controls, and I hope you enjoyed learning about our emergency preparedness and response portfolio. Please feel free to ask me any questions that you may have. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.